Washington football team versus Sam Darnold and the LA Chargers.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And he'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020. In his second season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. On the give, this is Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Herbert. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, Justin Herbert. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1, for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there, because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Mixon. Gets through, and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A first down throw, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 41, Darnold. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the...
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Eric Armstead. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And the Chargers, they didn't blitz a whole lot last year. They only did it about 16% of the time, and that was the fewest of any team in the league. Contrast that with the Ravens, 44% of the time they send extra people at the quarterback. Looks like the Chargers are going to up their percentage in 2021.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Coming left is Michel. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make...
And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. Joe Mixon, 94 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Mack. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. This one caught by Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The pickup there, 5 yards. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This to the outside for Mack. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Herbert throwing again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Corey Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A little juke. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Darnold to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sam Sloman now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now it's Crowder. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out in Indy, Seattle in town for the season opener against Indianapolis. And it's a season.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
To throw is Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Darnold just beating the play clock. That'll be caught by Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab.
And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he dumps this off to Mack. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in the big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. Darnold now to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Darnold. He completes it to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Running left, it's Mixon. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some clout.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Benjamin's got it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Herbert back to the air. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Herbert on first down now. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away but could not. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, a run with Cohen. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On the run is Benjamin. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So this one's over. It's in the win column.